up, everyone? It's me, your guy, Mikigai. It's awesome to see you all. Today, I will be giving you all some good, wholesome anime recommendations. So, let's get real for a sec, everyone. You probably clicked on this video because you feel sad, or maybe you feel worse. Maybe you feel like total garbage. I feel you. There are many days when I'm exhausted and I feel emotionally drained. Thankfully, anime has the power to reset our mood. It's crazy, right? Something about watching anime, it helps our souls heal, I guess. You know, some people would call it escapism, which isn't wrong, but it's kind of more than that, I think. Anime reminds us that wonderful things exist in this world, and sometimes we need that reminder. Okay, well, maybe that sounded a bit deep, but whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna make some cute, wholesome anime recommendations for you to check out when you're feeling down. And if you've seen them already, hopefully I remind you how awesome they are so you can rewatch them again. So with that said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's move on to the first recommendation. My first wholesome anime is very relevant as it is airing right now. That's right, you should all be watching Takagi San. Season 3 is currently airing on HIDIVE with Season 2 and 1 available somewhere. Well, the thing is, the licensing for Takagi San is pretty weird because HIDIVE only has Season 3, and for some reason Netflix only has Season 2, and I don't know where the hell Season 1 is. But if you can watch this show, you totally should, because it is peak wholesomeness. It's a show about a pair of classmates, Takagi and Nishikata, who constantly challenge each other to little competitions. Of course, Nishikata, being the simpleton he is, he never wins, and Takagi-san teases him for it. They're also crushing on each other, which makes the show 10 times better. Watching Takagi-san tease Nishikata into a flustered stupor gives me mad doki dokis. Trust me, while you watch this, you're gonna have serotonin seeping out of your whole body, okay? It's a lighthearted show which doesn't have much plot. Instead, the show chooses to focus on the interactions of these two lovebirds and their growing relationship to each other. The chemistry these two share is fantastic and a huge upside to the show. Watching them try to move erasers or skip rocks or pull pranks, it's truly peak wholesomeness. It takes us back in time when love was still innocent and our hearts weren't controlled by outside factors. A personal look at first love and simpler days, something we all miss every now and then. This is the perfect show to watch and doze off to. It just has that level of soothingness. There's also bits following a trio of girls who also get themselves into lighthearted situations, which is nice as well. While I think Takagi and Nishikata are better than the three, they do bring a nice change of pace to the show, and they do provide some laughs along the way. There's also two nerdy guys who are apparently Nishikata's friends, but honestly I don't give a shit about them whatsoever. There's also some star power behind the show, as Takagi is played by Rie Takahashi, the voice behind Megumin and Emilia, and Nishikata is played by Yuki Kaji, the voice behind Eren Yeager, Shoto Todoroki, and Daida from Ranking of Kings, which I did a video about, so you should totally check that out again. And while these roles may not be as exciting, Rie and Yuki do an amazing job in bringing these characters to life. So please watch the show. It is great. I mean, it has 3 freaking seasons, so the show's doing something right. Now, let's move on to another recommendation. The next show I want to recommend is Tanaka-kun is Always Listless, which is available on Crunchyroll and HIDIVE. This is an older show which came out in the ancient year of 2016 and stars Tanaka-kun, a high school student who passes his school day by doing nothing. Just nothing. To be honest, I never even knew the word listless before I ran into the show. Listless, meaning lacking energy and enthusiasm. And that's Tanaka to a T. Look at this man, look at his facial expressions. This is the most you'll ever get out of him. Tanaka-kun is the human equivalent of a sloth. Slow, lazy, in their own little world. Well, sloths might be better. than him, because, that one guy from Zootopia, at least he fucking yeeted through streets. The point is, Tanaka enjoys doing nothing. He lives to do nothing. He'd rather have his friend Ota do everything for him, which he kind of does. Ota is a big, intimidating guy who is actually really sweet and almost motherly once you get to know him. He's strong, reliable, and serious, which makes sense because he's voiced by Yoshimasa Hosoya, the voice behind Reiner and Gearless Joe. There's no better guy to play the part. Tanaka-kun, on the other hand, is voiced by Kensho Ono, who voiced Octagawa from Mugo Stray Dogs, though I don't know what freaking wizardry is going on there. But the show itself is very funny. Tanaka's extreme laziness and Ota's reactions are a good chunk of the comedy, but most of the comedy is situational. These two often leave a different impression to other people, which leads to funny misinterpretations. For example, Tanaka and Ota go to Whack Donald's and end up scaring the cashier lady to death because she thinks they're trouble. In reality, they're the most harmless creatures in the goddamn universe, but they can be intimidating, I guess. And a lot of times we learn unexpected things about these two, like Ota being afraid of ghosts or Tanaka not being able to swim, just funny, quirky things. And there's also this side to the show where we try to appreciate the uneventful and mundane. Tanaka is a guy who just wants to relax, and he's constantly thrusted into events that require him to put himself out there, so he tries to maximize his lazy moments by enjoying them to the fullest. It's an interesting lesson, I guess. Appreciate nothing. Appreciate peace and quiet. So if you want to laze around while watching a show about lazing around, then Tanaka's got your back. Let's move on to my last recommendation. This last show is my favorite of the three. It's a show which I never thought I'd love so much as I do. It's so wholesome and relaxing that sometimes I play an episode to help me sleep. That's how good it is. The show I'm talking about is Yuru Camp. Yuru Camp's plot can be broken down to cute girls going camping, and that's all you really need to know. And while girls going camping is a very mundane topic, this show makes it really entertaining while keeping the peacefulness and wholesomeness. All the girls are quirky and cute, but most of the show focuses on Rin and Nadeshiko, the perfect combination of kudere and airhead. Rin is a seasoned camper, while Nadeshiko is new to the whole thing, but takes an interest after looking at a beautiful view of Mount Fuji. And nature is something this show does really well. The show is full of beautiful Japanese nature landscapes, from rocky lake shores and lush mountains to serene seaside views and autumn trees. The show paints an attractive and colorful portrayal of Japan's nature. The pleasant campsites are so nice they make an indoor person like me want to visit these places. And the same can be said for Nadeshiko, because she dives into the world of camping along with her classmates after her encounter with nature. Nadeshiko and crew learn what it means to camp, all while having fun adventures. The show teaches us camping basics and interesting info that comes in handy when camping, particularly in Japan. For example, did you know you can start fires with pine cones? I sure as hell didn't. Don't think the show is just one big camping tutorial though. There's lots of good comedy as well. You get great art style changes to this comical chibi style to highlight character reactions and some pretty comical lighthearted situations. Want to see a girl get tackled by a dog? We got it. Want to see a horror chase scene? We got it. Want to see an airhead do airheaded things? This show has your back. Comedy aside, the show promotes this fun opportunity that camping can bring. It's a chance to go on a fun adventure. Nadeshiko and her friends have great times when they camp, even if things don't go according to plan. It's fun because it's an adventure with friends. Fun times around the campfire, taking in local attractions, funny shenanigans. Camping is an opportunity to make the types of memories worth keeping, and that's a lovely sentiment. There's a lot of love put into this show, and it results into a great slice of life anime. Yuru Camp currently has 2 seasons available, which you can watch through Crunchyroll, so I highly encourage you to do so. You won't be disappointed. And that's all the recommendations I have today. I hope one of these shows hit you in the dokies. I'll release a volume 2 sometime in the future, because you can never get enough of wholesome content. I think I might even make a video about Takagi San in the very soon future. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like this video and subscribe. It helps me out so much and I appreciate it very much. Until then, everyone, I wish you all of the love. Peace.